Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, good morning, everybody. And I can't see you. Scoot over here. Okay, now I can see everybody. So we've been journeying through these layers, sheaths of our being that make up our bodies and our beings. So to give the context, we've been, so there's 5 layers. We start at the most outermost layer is the body, right? Everything that makes up our body, our bones, our muscles, our organs, all the systems of the body. That's the outermost layer, the Anamayakosha. The next layer is the energetic body, the Pranamayakosha, which is our energy. It's fed by, the outer layer is fed by food. We need food to maintain our bodies. The next layer is the Pranamayakosha. It's fed by the prana. Prana primarily comes in with breath. Prana is the life force energy that enlivens us. It comes through sunlight, it comes through food, but primarily through the breath. And then the next layer is the Manomayakosha, which is our lower level mind, our reactive mind, the way that we process sensory input and just react to what's happening, Then that layer is fed by the senses. So each layer has something that feeds it. Then this next layer, which is where we've arrived at this week, we've been on this for a few weeks now, is the Vijanamayakosha, which is the wisdom or intuitive body or sheath. And so in the yoga philosophy, we have your mind is made up of 3 different things, layers, levels. So the lower level mind, as I said, that's where you process, it's like your animal brain. It's like where animals live, right? It's like bear coming, run. Hungry, food, right? Just very like that very intuitive the very reactive level where we're just, something happens and we do. It's like going by rote. You don't have to think about it. The next layer is the ego sense. So not ego in the sense of something negative, but just my personal way then of processing through all those senses. It holds your karma, it holds the samskaras, the impressions that came from past lives and then even earlier in this life. So that's the way that you as an individual process, and move through your life. Also sort of reactive in a way, that we're still reacting to the circumstances, reacting to things that are going on. And then the highest level of mind, which is, so those first 2 are related to the Manomayakosha, that 3rd layer. Now at this 4th layer is that highest level, which is our intuitive sense, our wisdom, our beliefs. So it's our higher mind. Now, unless you're on a spiritual path, and it doesn't have to be yoga, of course, there's many spiritual paths, you don't, most of us live in those first 3 layers. Most people live in those first 3 layers. We don't access that higher level mind, and then next week we'll talk about the last one, the Anandamayakosha. But this is the sort of entry point into the spiritual path. It's the level at which we can really make meaning of our lives. So whereas in the lower levels of mind, we feel often like we are just a prisoner of our circumstances or a victim of our circumstances, Whereas at the higher level mind, that's where we can make meaning of things that are happening in our lives. That's where we can discern, discern between what is truth and what is just the conditioned, habitual ways that we move through the world. Does that make sense? So just that higher level of consciousness. Now, all of you are here, so you're there because you're already on this path, you're already seeking it. But it's the invitation, this level is the invitation to connect to to an intuitive sense that says, okay, I'm in a class and there's a teacher, but that says, how, like, to feel the wholeness of your being and how you have the answer to the opening that you're looking for, the question that you are seeking, that those answers are there for you. That we are gifted that as we are born, and then as we go through the days, it gets covered up with the day-to-day stuff, And unless you're doing these contemplative practices, meditation works very well on this level, at these final 2 levels. Because you need to quiet that sort of animal mind a little bit, the busyness of the mind. We talked about that last week for those of you that were here, so that you can access that more intuitive, that inner voice, that gets drowned out by the noise on the outside. So as we talk about this layer of being, what we're talking about is moving towards our own wisdom, not a wisdom that we're not seeking it outside. We're not falling into the habitual patterns that we know we fall into, whatever that is for you. I can tell you mine. We don't need to talk about that, but you know what it is, right? Like, those patterns for yourselves. And at this level, the food for this level is spiritual understanding. So anytime you are, reading the texts or coming to class and talking through this understanding of deeper levels of being, and then really thinking about how to integrate that into your life, that's what's feeding this intuition layer, the wisdom body. All right. Does that make sense? Yeah, good. So that's where we're going to work today. Close your eyes. Take a good seat. And as you deepen your breath and settle your body, let your mind drift to a felt experience of wisdom, of creativity, of intuition. Attune yourself to an inner voice. So even though we are in the body, and the body is no less conscious than any other part of ourselves, no less important than any other part of ourselves, we recognize that bodies can be problematic. So when we enter this wisdom sheath, it allows us to be in the body with a little more ease. It guides us to this more vibrant alignment of mind and body. And the minute we turn towards it, we find it, whether it feels like a very strong connection or just the very little threads beginning to weave together. Just keep seeking that higher level mind, a deeper understanding of who you are, of what the universe is. I'm going to start with our invocation this morning. So bring your hands together at your heart now. We'll chant Om Namah Shivaya. We'll chant Om 3 times and then 3 times through. Or chant Om Namah Shivaya 3 times. You can participate by singing with us or by being sung to. Take in a deep breath. Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Rave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Om Namah Shivaya Rave Satchidananda Murtaye Nishprapanchaya Shantaya Niralambaya Tejase Bow your head to your heart. Release your hands. Open your eyes. All right, we're going to do a couple of seated warm-ups. So if you're seated cross-legged, switch the cross of your legs. So bring the other leg in front. And then stretch your arms out by your sides, so straight out to the sides, like bird wings, opening up wide. Good. And then on your next inhale, you're going to turn your palms up, rotate your hands towards the sky, lift your chest, lift your head, lengthen the front of your spine. That's it. And then as you exhale, just turn your palms down, thumbs down, let your spine round, let your head and your neck release. And then inhale, stretch the front of your body, turn your palms to the sky, roll your shoulders back, squeeze your outer shoulder blades in a little bit. Exhale, round, thumbs down. Stretch your arms wider, longer. One more time. Inhale, arms up, palms up, hands up. And exhale, and round. Good. And then find the place right in between those two, so your shoulders feel really balanced. And then drop your right hand over to the right, lift your left arm up. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to the left. So just go side to side a few times. Easing into the side body, just gently go to the right again, letting the left side body open up. Inhale up. Lean to the other side, letting the right side body open. Good. Go to the right one more time, and we're just going to hold here for a couple of breaths. Move your right shoulder back, left shoulder back. Pin your left hip down, but lean a little bit more to the right. Maybe bend into your right elbow a little. Reach to your left fingers. That's it. Inhale, come up over to the left, hold here. Walk the left arm out, maybe let the left elbow bend. Good, right hip down, reach to your right fingertips, breathe into the right side, and inhale, come on up. Good, and let's come to hands and knees, find your way to tabletop. Good, spread out your fingers nice and wide, make your arms steady, line up your shoulders over your wrist, the outer shoulder to the center of your wrist, and line up your hips over your knees. So make sure you've got some space between hands and knees. And then do some cat and cow. Inhale, arch your back looking up. We did it seated. You get a little more movement in this position. Exhale, round. And just flow back and forth a few times. Inhale, looking up, chest forward, hips up. Exhaling, head down, tailbone down, rounding the spine. One more time. Inhale, arch a little bit. And exhale, round. Okay, good. Now come to a neutral spine. Bring your knees a little closer together. Take your hands out wide, so go wider than your mat. And then just pulse forward and back a few times with your hands out wide, keeping your arms straight. Inhale, come up. And exhale, sit back. One more time. Inhale, come up. And exhale, hips back towards the heels. Keep your armpits lifting up away from the floor. Elbows lifting up. Good. Come forward, narrow your hands a little bit. So now to like a normal distance apart, like where we usually land. Good. Then again, exhale back. Arms straight, armpits, elbows lifting. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, forward. One more time. Exhale, sit back. Inhale, forward. Good. Last one. Take your right hand on top of your left hand. Good. Look forward. Exhale, sit back. If this bothers your shoulders, of course, separate your hands a little more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Good. Come up and then just switch. Left hand on the right hand now. Exhale, sit back. And one more here. Inhale, forward. And exhale, back. Good. And then come on up to tabletop. Uncross your hands. Grab your bolster or whatever you're using as a bolster. And we're gonna lay on our right side over the bolster. You want your ribs, the ribs over the bolster. So your arm is on top. Your shoulder is over the top edge. Yeah. And then for this first one, you're gonna stretch your right arm out. Your knees can be bent. Right arm stretches out long, and then left arm on top. Palms together if that's comfortable. Now, if that is bothersome to a shoulder, you can just have your left hand in front of you on the bolster here, if this bothers a shoulder. You can let your head rest on your right arm. Good. Now, press your left hand down into your right hand. And feel like you're pressing your left hip down into your right hip. And then have a sense that try to creep your arms a little more forward on the floor. And just breathe, as you're breathing, breathe into the left side of your waist so that you're creating a spaciousness in the left side body, the left side of the heart, the left ribs, the left lung opening up. Okay, now slide your left hand behind your head. Just cup the back of your head with your hand. Have your elbow straight up. Stretch your top leg out, left leg straight. Right knee can stay bent. Good. Now, on your next exhale, you're going to lift up your left leg and you're going to lift up your upper body. That's it. Yep. And then exhale and lower down leg and head. And exhale, lift. And inhale, lower. And do a couple more like that, trying to move your armpit and your hip towards each other. Good. And then down. And last two. Exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. And last one. Okay, good. And then we're going to roll to the other side. So you'll bring your left ribs over the blanket roll, bolster, whatever you're using. Knees bent. Good. Head on your left arm. Right hand reaching towards your left. Now again, if the arm's back doesn't feel right, you can go arms forward and you can roll up a blanket or something underneath your head. So if that feels better on the shoulder, you don't want to feel pinching or pain, any sort of nervy pain in your shoulders at all. Should just be a nice stretch for the right side of your body. Pin your right hand down onto your left hand. Your right hip down onto your left hip. In the indigenous cultures and yoga philosophy, the the heart is the center of the being, not the mind. In our Western culture, the mind is the center. But in these more intuitive ways of understanding ourselves, the heart is the center. So we're going to work today opening up the heart space, front, back, sides. Take your right hand behind your head, stretch your right leg out long. Good. As you exhale, lift armpit and hip towards each other. Lift your leg, lift your shoulder, lift your elbow. That's it. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Just like that, with your breath, lifting as high as you can, lowering back down. Couple more. Lift. Yep, and lower. Last one, lift everything as high as you can. Yeah. And release back down. Okay, good. We're going to come to our backs now. You can watch me for a second. I'm going to take my hands, I'm going to go knees bent. And I'm going to have the bolster below the level of my armpits because I'm going to just work to then stabilize my belly, stabilize my hips, and then just try to reach my head, my hands back towards the floor. They may or may not touch, but the neck is relaxing backward. Just get a nice stretch for the shoulders. So bend your knees and then scoot yourself to have your back on the bolster so that the tops of your shoulders can come over it if possible. Yeah, so go that far forward. Then hands behind your head, press your elbows out wide. Press your head back into your hands. Just let it rest into your hands. Use your hands to lengthen your neck. Okay, now press your ribs down into the bolster. Tone your belly, draw your navel to your spine down into the bolster. Then keep that and start to let your head release back. Don't let your belly pop up. So the stretch, it should feel like a big stretch in your upper body. You shouldn't feel this in your low back at all. Just the middle upper back. Keep pressing the elbows wide, head towards the floor. Just letting gravity do the work for you here, but you're resisting it with your abdominal muscles a little bit. Take one more breath. Spread your elbows a little wider. And let's just do some gentle crunches here. As you exhale, curl back up. And then inhale, and you can just come to neutral so you don't have to go back to the floor. Exhale, lift up. Push your ribs down into the bolster. Good. Inhale, lower down. And just like that, exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower down. Last three, lift. And inhale, lower. Last two with breath, lift. Good. And last one. One last stretch. Elbows wide, abdominals toning. Good. And then you can roll to your side, or you can just come sit right up. We're going to come off the bolster now, set it to the side. Spin back around to hands and knees. Okay, Anahatasana, or puppy pose. Bring your hips over your knees. Your hips are going to stay over your knees. Then walk your hands out in front so your upper body is in dog pose or towards dog pose. It's not child's pose. Hips stay up over knees. Okay, creep your arms forward. Lift your elbows up. Lift your armpits up. Lift your belly up. Now let your forehead sink towards the floor. Your collarbones widen out. Keep that lift of the elbows and the armpits. Attune yourself. Feel the whole heart space. So not just the beating organ on the left side of your chest, but that whole heart space where our intuition lies, where our deepest sense of ourself lies. Let it open up front to back, side to side. Expand that whole area. Sheila and Susan, go wider with your hands. It'll be easier. Wider. There you go. Yeah, that'll be easier on the shoulders. Yeah, one more breath. Okay, inhale, come on up. And let's come up into downward facing dog. So tuck your toes, knees and hips up. Close your eyes. Feel your body, feel your energy. Notice where your thoughts are, and then connect to an inner wisdom that tells you how to line yourself up in this pose, how to move in the pose, and then just let your body do a few of those little warm-ups. So maybe pedal your feet. Maybe it's just holding. Maybe just holding steady is your warm-up. That's okay. Yeah, maybe forward and back or hips side to side. Do some dog warm-ups. All right, and then come to stillness in the pose. Stretch your arms and your legs straight. Lift your hips high. Stretch your heels low. Good. We're going to come down to the belly, so you can come to plank and lower down, or you can just drop your knees and roll yourself down. We'll meet together on the belly. Take your arms by your sides, palms up. Hug your arms and legs towards each other. You can have your forehead or your chin on the floor, whatever's more comfortable. Good. Now, tone your glutes a lot and root your pubic bone down towards the floor, tailbone towards the pubic bone. On your next in-breath, lift everything up just a little bit, everything, just a little. And then get a little bit longer. Extend your legs longer. Extend your spine longer, arms longer. Then inhale, lift everything a little higher. Keep extending out long. Good. Reach out from the center of your pelvis, forward, back. One more breath. Lift a little bit higher. Expand your ribs out to the side. Your heart forward, your waistline back. Good. And release. Turn your cheek. Put your right cheek on the floor. And do the same pose this time with the hands clasped, so a little more of a shoulder stretch. So bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. If it's hard to do that, you can hold a strap behind your back, and that'll make it easier for you. With your fingers laced together, start with your elbows bent. And then squeeze the legs towards each other, squeeze the elbows up towards each other. Lift your head and your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades in towards each other. Lift your legs. Then stretch your arms out and expand your ribs out to the sides. Expand your belly to the floor, your back to the sky. Lift everything up a little higher. Good. Exhale, release, turn your left cheek down, release your hands. Bend up your knees and do a couple windshield wipers. So just let your legs swing side to side. And then come back to center. Just a couple more things to do here. We're going to go into a wide cobra. We call this gecko cobra. So you're going to take your fingertips out off the mat, out to the sides. Be up on your fingertips. So fingertips out to the sides, elbows up. Go wide, wide, wide. Go wider. Off the mat, on the floor, hands on the wood. That's it. Okay, good. Now legs nice and strong. Extend your legs. Extend your spine. And then just curl up a little bit. So don't go to like full stretch yet. Lift your head and your shoulders in line with your elbows. Now get broader. Broaden your ribs to the sides. Broaden your collarbones to the sides. Try to keep that sense. Push into your hands. Curl up a little bit more. Curl your head back a little bit. Take the tops of your shoulders back a little bit. Expand the front of your heart, the back of your heart, the sides of your heart. Just imagine you could send your ribs all the way out to your elbows. Okay, lower down. Rest for a moment. If you need a little windshield wiper, a little tushy wiggle, do that. And then one more. Regular cobra. Hands underneath the shoulders. Fingernails right underneath the shoulders. That's it. Strengthen your legs. Breathe and lengthen your legs and your spine, and then curl up. The elbows are still hugging in, but still have this sense of expanding your ribs out wide, your collarbones out wide, your shoulder blades out wide. Lift up any amount. Shoulders back is the most important thing. Not that the arms straighten, but the shoulders go back. Yeah, that's good, Diane. That's better for you. That's fine. Curl your head back. One more breath. Okay, last back bend. We're going to come up to tabletop now. Do a little circling. Take care of the low back. And then find your way back into downward facing dog. Good. We're going to find our way to standing. So you can either walk your feet to your hands or your hands to your feet, whatever's easier. Get your feet under you, lengthen your spine, come on up, reach up and stretch up. And then exhale, release your arms. Good, move towards the front of your mat. Put your blocks in front of you so you have them there. Good, and then come to Tadasana. So feet parallel is the standard we usually look for. If your feet turn out a little bit and knees are lined up in that direction, that's okay. Make your legs nice and strong. Firm your calf muscles, your thigh muscles. Tone your glutes gently, not so that you're squeezing, but that there's just this gentle toning. Tone your abdominals. Hug the muscles in between the shoulder blades in so that the front of the chest opens up, but not so much that we're pinched here. Lengthen up through the crown of your head. And then just be here, Tadasana. We don't think of this as an advanced pose, but when you're doing this pose, the whole of your being, your body, your senses, your mind, that intuitive mind, and we're just connected, all of those woven together. It's not any less, maybe we have to think about it a little less than some of the more challenging poses, but it still can be challenging to be here. Okay, inhale, arms to the sky, get tall. Urdhva Hastasana. Let your shoulder blades lift up a little bit, not so that you feel pinched in your neck, but so that there's a lift underneath your shoulder blades. Stretch up to your fingers. Maybe move your hands a little closer together overhead. Now sweep your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers together. Start with your elbows bent. And then just like when we were in that cobra with the arms to the sides, just have this sense of expanding everything in the upper body outwards. So collarbones broad and the shoulder blades are moving in, but they're staying broad. The ribs are broadening out. Then stretch your arms straight back behind you. Keep that sense of broadening. The back body is going to squeeze in a little bit, but keep a sense of fullness there. And then from your hips, hinge forward, arms towards the sky, head towards the floor. If your legs feel very tight or your back feels very tight, you can bend your knees here. Just take it out of your back and just get the nice shoulder stretch. Reach your hands towards the sky. Stretch the crown of your head towards the floor. Good. Exhale, release your hands to floor or blocks, whatever they reach. Weight bearer, take some weight into your hands so it's not just your legs and your spine holding you, and then pedal your feet a few times. So just like we do in dog, bend one knee and then bend the other knee. Yep. Keep the feet on the floor. Just bend the knee and shift the weight to the side, and then bend your knee, shift to the other side. Good. Fold to straight to center with the legs straight. Lengthen your spine, look forward. Take your hands to your hips. Lift your elbows, shoulders, head. Push into your feet. Come on up. Okay, good. Let's do some standing poses. So turn on your mat, face the long edge of the mat, step your feet wide apart. Again, parallel is ideal. Feet as wide as the hands are is a good place to start. So if you were to drop a plumb line from your hand, it would hit your foot. All right, pivot on your right foot. Make sure your right heel is lined up with the instep of your left foot. Yep, the left toes can turn in a little bit, and then bend into your right knee. Yeah, we're going arms out. It's okay. You can stay. Warrior two. See that your right knee is pointing straight at your second toe and has landed over your ankle. So if you're in a deeper bend like this, just come to a longer stance. That's it. Yeah, just takes the pressure out of the knee a little bit. Okay, now relax the tops of your shoulders. Stretch your arms out long. Good. Imagine again that you could expand your chest, your back, your ribs out into your fingertips. So there's just this big sense of fullness and lift on the inside, the heart space opening up. Bend your right elbow, take it to your right thigh. Just take your left hand on your hip for a moment. Notice how when you lean forward, everything wants to kind of collapse forward into that shoulder, right? So push your elbow down into your thigh so that there's still a lot of length and space in the right side body. Move your right shoulder back a little more. Now move your left shoulder back over your right shoulder. Now stretch your arm to the sky. Left arm up, that's it. If your shoulder feels good here, you want to stay, you can stay, or sweep your arm by your ear, reaching towards the top edge of your mat. Keep pushing your right elbow down. Good. Take 2 more breaths here to just feel your body in the pose, your mind in the pose, your wisdom informing your body in the pose. Good. Inhale, come on up. Turn your feet forward. Pause for a moment here. Just feel side to side. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how we open one side of the body and we can feel that rippling effect up and down that side of the body, but see how it also affects the energy, affects the thoughts, affects our intuitive, creative side. Feel all the parts of yourself doing the pose, feeling the pose. Let's take it to the other side. Left foot out. Left heel in line with the instep of the right foot. Turn your right toes in a little bit, so widen out your right heel. Bend your left knee, stretch your arms to the sides. Good. Have your shoulders right over your hips. Have your left knee right over your ankle, so pushing straight ahead. Most of us, that feels like we have to do a little more push towards the pinky toe side of the foot to line up the knee. Then the hips are heavy, but get the torso a little lighter and a little bigger and a little broader. Feel the space all around your heart, front, back, and sides, opening up. Feel your intuition rise up and fill that space. Drop your left hand to your left knee. Take your right hand on your hip. Get this bottom arm set first. So instead of collapsing into it, we're pushing down, lengthening the left side body. Move your bottom shoulder back, your top shoulder back, head back, right arm to the sky again. Good, and then stay there or arm over your ear for a deeper stretch. That's it. Bring all the parts of yourself to the pose. Your body, your breath, your thoughts, your wisdom. Hold steady. Weave them together. Press down to your feet, come on up. That's it. Turn your feet to parallel. Lengthen your legs. Make your legs really long and strong. With hands on hips, slide your thumbs back behind you a little bit. So we want to keep the back of the heart open. We don't want to be pinched in the upper back, but the reality is that most of us are here, right? Because we're here and all those things. We're here, all the time. So shoulders back, front of the chest open, back of the chest open too. Then hinge from your hips. Lead with your heart. Feel your heart reaching out in front. Not your chin, not your neck, but your heart extending forward and hinge. Hips back, heart forward. Hips back, heart forward. Stay long as you can. And then when you need to, release your hands down. I didn't tell you to put your blocks there. You can go wider with your feet or you can grab your blocks. And then let your spine round. Keep your legs strong. Let your neck release. Keep a gentle broadening, so the shoulder blades lifting onto the back gently, but broadening out. The collarbones broadening out. Close your eyes. Turn to your heart. Opening up the space around your heart so the wisdom that is there can expand. All the answers that you are seeking, they're there. We just have to quiet enough to listen, to hear that inner voice. Walk your hands forward, lengthen your spine. If you feel a lot of pulling in your hamstrings or in your back, you can bend your knees. Hands to your hips, push to your feet. Come on all the way up. Good, step your feet together. Do a little march out. All right, we're gonna go to the wall for a couple of things. So bring your mat to the wall, a wall. Yeah. So we're going to go short side. We're going to go that way because we fit more people that way. Yeah, there we go. Short side of the mat to the wall. We can fit everybody. If you want to come up here, that's fine.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't be under the window, please. Move your if you have props all over, just move them away so there's space for people at the wall. Yeah. Okay. Good. First thing we're going to do is a thigh stretch, but we're going to use the wall for balance, so we're getting a good thigh stretch and we're not worrying about falling over. So you're going to take your left hand on the wall in front of you. You're going to stand on your left leg. You're going to bend up your right knee. If you can't reach your foot behind you, you can use a strap to hold your foot, and if you need help, I can help you get a strap. Okay, good. Now, notice how the right leg wants to go out and forward. Right? So squeeze it back a little bit and in so the thigh bones are parallel with each other. Spread out your toes of your right foot. Hug your right heel to your right butt cheek. Good. Now tone your belly. Stand up tall. If you're getting a lot of stretch where you are, just stay. If you're looking for deeper stretch, move your right knee back more. Move your right heel in closer. Take one more breath. Okay, good. Release that foot. Pause. Feel. Settle into the right foot. And then right hand to the wall. Bend up your left knee. So the leg goes wherever it needs to go to find the foot, and that's fine. But once you've got it, squeeze in. Thighs parallel. Look down. If your left knee is in front of your right knee, move it back. Hug your left heel to your left sit bone. Spread your toes. Tone your belly. Stand up tall. Shoulders back. Heel in. Extend energy from the center of your body down to the earth, and from the center of your body up to the ceiling, and then out to the sides. Good. Release your foot. Okay, then now we're going to take it into a balance challenge. So we're going to stay facing the wall. So if you weren't facing the wall, we're going to face the wall. And then here's the pose. We're going to come up holding the foot. And then instead of pulling the heel in, we're going to kick it back. And then we're going to take the whole thing forward. And you can either take your hand on the wall or you can work on balance, just hovering your hand, maybe touching if you need it. So back away from the wall a little bit. If you need it for balance, stand as close as you need to. It's fine. But if you can, only use it when you need it. So stand, what leg did we stand on first? Right leg, stand on your right leg. Bend up your left knee, catch your left foot behind you. Take your right arm to the sky. Good, get tall. Now kick your foot back. Yes. And then start to lean your torso forward. Maybe the hand comes to the wall, maybe it hovers. Maybe you just touch in for a second when you need some balance, but keep kicking that leg behind you. Yeah, now think of moving your heart towards the wall. So get your head out of the way. That thinking brain, that reactive brain, get it out of the way and just let your heart move out in front. Inhale, come on up. Good. Second side. Stand on your left leg. Bend up your right knee, hold your right foot. Left arm to the sky. Kick your foot to your hand. That's it. Tip forward and you mount. Kick your foot up towards the ceiling. Maybe use the wall, maybe not, whatever you need to do. Then move your heart forward and your leg back. Tip your head back a little bit. So get that thinking brain, yes, out of the way. Let your heart lead the way. On your next inhale, come on up. Good, release that foot down. Okay, next thing we're gonna do a low lunge, but we're gonna use the wall so that we can maybe get a little bit deeper into it. So you may want a blanket. We're gonna go right foot towards the wall, maybe even the right knee on the wall, and then left knee back, and then we're going to work to creep the hands up. So this is the pose we're going into. So right foot forward, left knee back, knee can be on a blanket. So right foot close to the wall. Yep. Good. Take your hands onto the wall in front of you. That's good. Bend your right knee. Maybe the right knee comes to the wall or towards the wall. That's fine. Now slide your left knee back more so that your left leg is on more of a diagonal. There you go. Yes. Yes, you should feel a stretch in your left thigh, yeah? Okay, tone your glutes. Draw your tailbone down, tone your belly. Good. Now lean into the wall a little bit with your arms. And walk your hands up the wall. So stretch your arms up. That's good. That's good. That's good. Take a breath here. Okay, now press your palms into the wall. Take your armpits back, curl your head away from the wall. That's it. Move your chest towards the wall, head back. Good. And then maybe stay there, or maybe take your arms up towards the sky and take it into more of a back bend. Wherever you are. Opening up around the heart, letting the heart lead the way. Nice, you guys. Okay, hands back to the wall. That's it. Switch your feet. Everybody's low back's okay? Can always ask a question. If something doesn't feel right, if it's like something's bothering you, I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve. No reason to be in pain or discomfort in any way. We can always find a way to get you where you need to be. Okay, so left foot's forward close to the wall. Left knee is bending. Your right knee is back behind your hip, so that leg is on a diagonal. Yeah. Then walk your hands up the wall. Yep. Stretch your arms straight. Let your chest, your heart move towards the wall. Armpits, shoulder blades back into the room behind you. Yes. Then lift your head away from the wall. Move your chest towards the wall. That's it. Move your front knee towards the wall. Maybe there, or maybe coming up and taking it into that deeper back bend. Stay where it's reasonable. If you're getting a big stretch where you are, no reason to move. Just stay where you are and breathe. Keep letting the heart open up, the heart space open up. Nice. Hands back to the wall. Good. Come back to tabletop. Okay. Let me just think. Do we need to stay at the wall? I think those were the things I wanted to do at the wall. Yeah, okay, so let's come back into our spots and then we'll do a few more things. So move back out into the room, move your blanket, your mats back. We will need a block for this next thing. So have a block nearby. And we're gonna lay down on our right side. So here's what you're doing. Watch me for a second so you see. Okay, so we're going to lay on our side. The top knee is going to be on the block, so my knee is in line with my hip here. I think you guys can see that on the Zoom. Okay, my arms are in front. My bottom leg is straight. Okay, then this is the move. We're trailing the fingers on the floor, trailing. We're trying to keep our hand on the floor all the way as far as we can. We're just coming to arms out into a T. So not all the way back and around, and then we just roll to the side. So this is a thoracic mobility, shoulder mobility exercise, so it's just this. Trace the fingers on the floor just to T shape behind you, and then close it up. So that's what we're doing. Left knee is on the block. You're laying on your right side. Hands are together in front of you, palms together. Not overhead, in front, straight in front. That's it. Good, so your head's just gonna be hanging out for a second. Push your left knee down into the block. Good, now start to trail your left fingers on the floor overhead. Roll towards your back. Keep your hand as close to the floor as you can. Stretch the left arm straight out from the shoulder so the arms make a T shape. Work your left shoulder towards the floor, and then exhale and draw your hands back together. Roll back to your right side. And just like that again. Trail the left fingers on the floor. Circle back, open the shoulder out, stretch the arms into a T, hold for a breath, and then bring the hand back to the hand. So you're gonna roll all the way to your back for that one. Do one more. Left arm traces overhead, roll to your back. That left shoulder towards the floor, the left arm back behind you. Yes, that's it. And then left hand to right hand. That's it, that's good. Okay. Take a breath here for a moment. and then over to the other side. So just roll to your other side, shift the block. Actually, you don't have to shift the block, you can just turn yourself around. Or move the block to the other side, however you're doing it. Right knee is going to go into the block. Arms out in front. Yep, so your head's just kind of hovering for this first moment. Right knee presses down. Good, then right fingers trail overhead. Stay as close to the floor as you can. Roll to your back, right shoulder to the floor, right arm back behind you. And then exhale, just roll back to your side. Right hand to left hand. Good, inhale, trail the fingers over, reach, 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 reach as far as you can till the arm comes straight back. And then exhale, hand to hand. Good, keep pressing your top knee down into the block. Trail your fingers overhead. Yep, trace it, trace it, trace it, trace it. Roll to your back, right arm out to the side. That's it. And then roll back to your side. You got it. Okay, come onto your belly. So you can just be right where you are. If you're facing the back of the room, it doesn't matter. Just make it easy. All right, we're going to put all these things together. We're going to come to Dhanurasana. For some of you, it might be Makarasana. We'll see if we can hold the feet. So bend up your knees and fire up your hamstrings. Squeeze your heels towards your butt. And then take your heels away a little bit and then squeeze them in again. So let those hamstrings just wake up. Hug your heels in and then pulse your feet away, flex your feet. And then do one more. Hug your heels as close as you can and then reach back and hold your feet. And if you can't, then you just have your arms by your sides and your knees are bent, and that's totally fine. Good, squeeze your legs in towards each other. They don't have to be touching, but just hug them in. Good, now take a deep breath in. Expand, inflate your chest, your ribs, your shoulders. Kick your feet to your hands, lift everything up. That's it. Get bigger, get fuller in your heart. Open up the space around your heart. Open up that space where that wisdom, intuition can expand out into. Good, and then exhale and release. Turn your cheek to the side. That's it. I'm not going to make you do one more. I was, but I'm not. All right, come on up. If you want to do one more, do one more. But then we're going to come on to our backs for Setu Bandhasana. So you can roll over or come on up and spin around if you're facing the direction you don't want to be facing. All right, come on to your back. Have a block nearby. First thing with the block is put it between your feet, like this. So I've got the big toe sides of my feet, and actually the inner edges of my big toes are pushing into the block. That's the part I'm on, pushing in. So down on the floor, so feet are down, but the inner edges, so foot is flat, but then squeezing into the block. Okay, then scoot your butt so that you're close to your heels, so that your knees are over your ankles, and then come lay down. Good. Bend up your elbows and take your elbows out a little bit wide. So just like we did in that cobra on our belly, we're doing the same thing on our backs here. So elbows out a little wide, press your shoulders down, press your elbows down, press your head down. Hug your block, lift your hips, any amount. Expand your ribs and your chest, side to side, front to back. Keep a space between chest and chin. Now, if you want to lift a little higher, work your elbows in closer, push your elbows down, lift your hips a little higher. Keep squeezing the block with your feet. You want to take it one more stage. You can lace your fingers together underneath you, press your hips even a little higher. Keep pressing into the block, inner ankles, inner feet. Okay, good. Release your hands. And release your feet down, hips down rather, sorry. Feet are down already. Now we're gonna go feet up. So slide your block to where you can reach it. Lift your hips, put the block underneath your hips. Rest your hips on the block. Could be on the low setting or the medium setting. The high setting is a little problematic. I would stay away from that one for now at least. Let your pelvis be heavy. We're still pressing the shoulders and the head down gently, not just letting gravity do the work, but activating the muscles between the shoulder blades and in the back of the neck. Then if you want to take it into inversion, you can bend your knees, lift your feet, stretch your legs to the sky. Try to keep the back of your pelvis flat on the block. So it's going to want to tip forward. Your feet are going to want to tip forward towards your face. If you need to keep the knees a little soft, that's fine. The legs do not have to be like ramrod straight here. The goal is the inversion, nourishing the circulatory system, your respiratory system. These inverted positions are very good for accessing higher levels of consciousness by taking us out of our just normal orientation in the world. Literally changes the way that we see and orient ourselves in the world. Balances the energy flow. With all the, and just on the physiological level, the blood moving towards the heart nourishes the brain, nourishes the heart. If you can stay another 2 or 3 breaths, stay for another 2 or 3. And then begin to bend your knees. Drop your feet back down. Let your feet land. And then lift your hips and slide your block to the side. Windshield wiper the knees a few times. And then roll to your side. And come on up to sit. All right, stretch your legs out in front of you. If your back feels tight or the hamstrings feel tight, sit up on a blanket for these next ones. Then you're going to pull your right knee in and step it outside of your left knee. So cross over. Good. Balance the weight on your sitting bones. So don't let that right hip lift up. It probably wants to. So ground them evenly, sit nice and tall. And then keeping your spine tall, twist to the right. You can hug your knee with your elbow, or you can cross your outer elbow to the outer knee. That's a little deeper if you're looking for a deeper rotation. As you breathe in and fill up the front of your lungs, the sides of your lungs, fill up the sides of your ribs, your collarbones and your shoulder blades. And as you breathe out and they contract back inwards, take a deeper twist. Inhale, take a counter twist. Come back to center. Step your right foot over to the right. Let the right knee drop down. If your knee bothers you, prop a block underneath it. That's all. It's always fine to support the knee if you need to. No, you were right. Right knee out. You had it. Good. Press your fingertips down. Lengthen your spine. That's it. And then creep yourself forward. Try to tip your pelvis forward slightly so that your belly and your thigh are moving towards each other instead of your head towards your knee. We'll get there in a minute, but think belly and thigh first. Belly and thigh first. Good. Then let the head round. Of course, if you can reach your leg and hold your ankle or your foot, you can do that. You can always put a strap around your foot. That's always an option, but you don't need to. Take one more breath into the back of the heart. Exhale, soften into your pose. And then inhale and come on back up. Good. Switch your legs. So stretch your right leg out. Step your left foot across. for Ardha Matsyendrasana. Sit up nice and tall. Get your sit bones anchored, even, balanced. Lengthen your spine. Good, and then twist left hand behind. Hug your knee or cross your outer elbow. Breathe in, expand your heart space. As you exhale and contract, twist a little deeper. As you breathe and expand the heart space, let wisdom expand inside of you. What your heart knows, not your brain. Inhale, take a little counter twist. Good, face front. Step the left knee over to the left. Let the left knee come out to the side. Again, if you need to prop, you can always prop. Place your fingertips. You can go hands behind. If it's hard to sit up tall, starting hands back is helpful. Good, and then hinge. Yep, walk your hands forward. Belly to thigh. Belly to thigh. Belly to thigh. Creep your hands forward. Then head to knee. Hands to ankle, shin, foot. Slowly inhale and come on up. Slide your right foot in now. We're not going to do Baddha Konasana. This is a different pose. So watch me. I'm going to show a few different options here. So eventually I'm told in this pose your head comes between your feet. Mine doesn't do that. So here's an option for that. You can put a block here. So your head, I would like your head to be resting on something. Now, you could put 2 blocks. That's another way, right? 2 blocks, hands here. I'd like your head down. If none of that works, here's another way to do it. Block this way, bolster here. Head on the bolster, forehead on the bolster. 2 blocks under the bolster, right? Lots of ways we can do that, but I want you to try to get your head onto something. So 1 block, 2 blocks, but I'm in more of a bigger diamond shape here. Yep. That's it. You could take it up more, Daniel, if you need to, or you can use the bolster. So what you want to avoid is really pulling yourself into it with your hands. This should be a more restorative, restful pose. I would love for the space between your eyes, the Ajna chakra, to rest, your third eye to rest on the block or bolster or whatever you're using. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, sometimes you're like between 2 heights, right? The feet can be a little separate, the arms can be out in front. Close your eyes and just let the weight of your head release into the block. Let your knees drop down. Feel that space between the eyes. That the Ajna chakra is where our intuition lies, our wisdom, the 6th sense, our third eye, the way that we see beyond what is at the surface of things, the way that we understand the deeper meanings and layers and levels of things that we take in with the eyes. All right, take 1 more breath. And then slowly inhale and bring yourself back up. Okay, we're going to sit for a little meditation before Shavasana, because again, meditation is sort of the gateway into these deeper, more intuitive levels. So I want you to sit in a way that you're really comfortable so that the body isn't protesting and drawing you back to the surface, and so that your mind can really stay in the depths. So sitting up on a blanket or 2 blankets or 5 blankets or a bolster, sitting up higher is usually helpful unless you know you're comfortable flat, and that's fine. I am not. And then a couple of things you can do with your legs. You can cross your ankles, flex your feet. This is Sukhasana. Sukha means easy. This is easy pose. Not an easy pose, but it's one way to do it, right? So you can play with that. Or Siddhasana is when you pull one heel into the groin and then the other heel lines up in front. So those are 2 ways. And if you have another way that you know you can sit, and really the goal is that we are sitting with the pelvis balanced and our spine nice and long so that we can just be focused inwardly. So whatever that looks like for you, these are the two classical poses for meditation. Okay, rest your hands on your thighs. If you haven't reached under and taken the flesh from your sit bones, do that. It makes a big difference. So yep, take the time to do that. And then rest your hands on your thighs, like midway, maybe right behind the knee, so that your elbows can just hang underneath your shoulders. You're not rounded forward, you're not squeezing back. Your elbows are just hanging. Your shoulders feel lifted and broad. And then close your eyes, or just soften your gaze. You can, if you're not, if it doesn't feel comfortable to close your eyes, just let your eyes go a little blurry, let your eyelids get a little heavier, soften your gaze. Let your breath deepen. And just feel how you have a body and what that body feels like right now. And feel how you are an energetic being contained in a body. Notice how you have thoughts, feelings arising. Let go of any labels you would put on them. Good, bad, annoying, challenging. Just let all of it rise up and then draw your awareness deeper. Notice emotions that might feel very strong or powerful. They are part of who you are. They are not all of who you are. Notice other emotions that maybe feel gentler right now. And then keep going deeper into a felt sense of being, into your wisdom, your knowledge, into what you know to be true about the universe and your place in it. Into the layer of your being where your true inner nature begins to reveal itself. Where a deep inner voice resides. And where you can go and just listen deeply and feel deeply how you have all the answers you are seeking. Sit quietly and listen. If you'd like to stay in meditation for the rest of practice, you can stay where you are. If you'd like to move onto your back for Shavasana, just move slowly, quietly, gently. If you want to use your bolster under your legs, you're welcome to do that. Wherever you choose to finish your practice, let yourself be there fully. Body, energy, breath, thoughts, heart. Gently now, let your breath deepen. Begin to bend your knees. Take your time, roll to your side. Slowly make your way back to seated. Sit well. So it's not that any one of these koshas, these sheaths or layers, is better or more important than another. Body, important. Breath, important. Mind, thoughts, feelings, important. Wisdom, intuition, creativity, important. But it's when we can differentiate, when we have a sense that we are not just one, but all of these things, then we can bring them together more harmoniously. We can head down that spiritual path with a little more intention, a little more understanding, a little more trust and faith in ourselves. Bring your hands together at your heart. Let's close our practice with one Om together. If you'd like to join, take a deep breath in. Namaste. Thanks, everybody. Good stuff coming up. We have a Pilates series, another Pilates series starting Tuesday nights. That's a 6-week series. You have to sign up for the whole thing, but that's great enhancement to your yoga if you're interested in that. I'm starting a Jewish yoga class Thursdays at 12:30. You don't have to be Jewish. It's just going to be themes, yoga drawn from that tradition. Something I've done for a long time, so everyone's welcome to join. That'll be like an all levels practice. And what else? Stretch is ongoing, one-on-one stretch. Come in, get stretched, make it your summer of stretch. All right, that's what I got for you. Have a great day. Yeah.
Thank you, Rachel.
We could,
You're welcome.
you know, really, or your notes on this whole topic of
The koshas, yeah.
Do you
There's
have
not-
your notes or a book?
Yeah, I always do. Yes, I mean I always have lots of. So I can share.
Long way.
Bye.
Long
See you
way.
later. Yeah.
That's what you did at the beginning, you know, the introduction.
Yeah. You know what? When I did the values, I had printed out that little.
Print out the